Hey, it's the Fort Worth Playboy.
And MyPlayboysBunny. Bunny.
Welcome to our podcast where we discuss pickup, game, relationships,
Sex.
And today's topic is somewhat controversial because a lot of guys get it backwards. And the topic is, as women age, their list of demands gets larger.
Yeah.
Because I see some younger guys. Yeah, the younger guys will go, yeah, maybe I should go after a cougar. They won't require as much because they know that they're older and they're not as attractive as the younger girls, and they won't expect as much, and their demands aren't. They're more laid back.
Oh, that is a lie. That is a lie.
And what you see is, and we're going to talk about some of the reasons, that we suspect or theories, because no one really knows why at certain times. As women age, and we're talking about like past 30 to 35, 40, their list of requirements from a man increases, not decreases. And you'll end up with a 42-year-old woman with a 367 bullet points of requirements. And make no mistake, you can throw almost all these out.
Right.
With
the right guy.
Once you're in front of them. But Bunny, what is the mental process that do you think causes this?
Well, and I think this couldn't be more evident than in swiping through dating apps. You see, or even on your social media, you see younger girls are like playful. They're there for fun. They may say some of the basic stuff because they're still basic girls. But once you get into 40s, 50s, older, it's a list of demands because she's been run through. She's had at least one, but probably more like 3 relationships that ended poorly or that ended, period. So she's getting to that point where she's like, I know my worth. You'll see that a lot. I know my worth, but she doesn't want to repeat her past mistakes. Rather, I should retract that. She doesn't want you to repeat her past mistakes because she doesn't think she's made any mistakes. She doesn't want you to repeat the mistakes of the previous men that, oh, by the way, she chose, but she'll gloss over that fact that she's that constant factor in this equation.
That's true.
But she just gets tired of putting up with bullshit the way she sees it. She has a lot less tolerance for playfulness or for letting you kind of figure things out with her. She just doesn't have the time. She has all the time in the world, but she doesn't have the time because she has become so rigid.
Rigid, yes.
So, just she's done being tolerant of the male species. Bottom line.
Yeah.
I think that's the saddest thing you'll see. And they'll be pissed off. You can see it a mile away. Make no mistake. The girls who are still fun, even in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, you can tell because they're playful, they're open, and their profile or their first date with you isn't just a list of demands and interrogations. So it goes a long way. Sorry. What I think the best example of this is from your social media. I think it was from Facebook. And it was this woman that is easily 250 pounds. I think went to school with you, but is at least in her 50s. And she's going through this whole list on Facebook, the way that older women do, of how in demand and yet I know my worth, kind of all of this strong, independent woman bullshit that you see so frequently, especially as women get older and older and older. And then somewhere in there, she said, it might take months. What?
For a man to date me, because I'm a slow burn.
I'm a slow burn. Oh my God, we about fell out.
And bear with us. We're showing you extreme examples because we know a lot of guys are younger. You know, you're in your 30s, 40s. But there were hundreds of comments in support.
Yeah. Men jumping,
and women. Yeah.
Jumping at the opportunity to date this land whale who has no intention of fucking anyone, maybe ever.
Nor should anyone.
And
no. It was an extreme example of a common. And I would say that you start seeing the list begin late 20s, early 30s, where the first list is no assholes, no fuckboys. I'm done partying. I've had my time.
Oh, because she's been run through already.
Now it's time. I'm looking for something serious.
Yeah.
So that's your first list, and then it grows from there.
Well, and I would say back to your point about like younger guys who are like, you know what, I want to date a little bit older woman because, you know, I'm tired of these girls who are just partiers or whatever. But I will say, now everybody has their type. I mean, and I have a couple of male acquaintances who genuinely from birth have always had a type.
Yeah, if you're an outlier, yeah, you know.
That's older women. I mean, it's just a thing. Just like my thing is, you know, guys just like Fort Worth who are tall and very muscular. And I mean, it's my thing. But cougars or older women are going to take you on as a project. That's how they see you. They are not going to be laid back and fun. They're going to be like the teacher who takes you under their wing to mentor you. Mold you in the way that they want you to be. So make no mistake, and young guys who have an older woman fetish, they know that a lot of them know that's part of the deal. But don't enter that with the thought that she's going to be more relaxed because she's got more experience.
Or she's more grateful. Because it's something that grows in time.
Oh, thank God I'm getting fucks because otherwise I just wouldn't. No, that's not how it works.
That'd be great. But that's the real, I mean, it is the problem with this thing for most men. It's counterintuitive.
Yeah, it is.
And she I remember I put a tweet out, something like a 22-year-old girl, she goes, I want the guy to be fun and to shower at least once every 2 days.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
You know, and then a woman who's like 35, 40, she's got a 367 bullet point of everything she requires, and God help you if you don't meet that. You know,
right?
That's the deal.
Yeah.
You know, it's not all things are being equal. And for players, guys that are experienced, we know that you can get any woman in front of you. Pretty much, they'll throw out any playbook that they have.
Exactly.
But the problem is these girls are kind of signaling with these long lists of requirements that they're going to be difficult.
Yeah.
And very short-tempered and very inflexible.
Uh-huh.
And that's not what the true nature of women are. More flexible, more fun, more understanding, open-minded, kind, supportive. And that's been fucked out of them.
So literally they're signaling, I think signaling is the best word for it, that they're no girls instead of maybe girls or yes girls. And so yes girls make your life easier. Yeah. Maybe girls can usually kind of sway either way depending on the time of the month and the mood and you know who's in front of them. But no girls, it's just it just never pays off.
No, it never. You're going to have to work harder for the same or less payoff than you would from a yes girl.
And probably much less payoff.
Yeah, much less payoff. Much more difficulty, less payoff.
It's just not worth the effort, unfortunately. No. In our humble opinion.
Yep. You make your own decisions. You take your
God
own hits.
help you.
You take your own hits. But that's the real deal why older women's list of demands does not become shorter, it becomes longer.
Yeah. And I would say the caveat to that is with older women, if you are an older gentleman who is back on the dating market, and I know we've talked a little bit about widows kind of being a whole different ball game, but widows generally have had a very nice life and a good marriage. They haven't been run through. They genuinely just are a different level, and you don't fuck with widows.
Yeah.
But a widow who is 40, 50, 60 will be a lot more open to, she won't have that list of demands because she's had a good life. Now she needs that male energy again. Yeah.
And she has a good point about caveats is older women, there's one or two things like if she says no drink, no alcoholics, no drink, because she's already married to alcoholics.
Yeah.
And these are not non-negotiable items,
Yeah.
which is understandable. And that's where you get a little bit of the inflexibility with older women is they've already supported one or two loser guys. And they know the signs. So if you show up, and this is common, show up to the date drunk, you're out.
Yeah, if you're pre-drinking,
you got bad form. So there's when you see alcoholism or no heavy drinkers, no drug users, they've already been married or dated for a long period, or the father of their children, already wore them out.
It's true.
On that. And so you just kind of have those are things that are actually if you're out, you got your own problems. Those are the two caveats: widows and alcoholism, which is so rampant.
It is. It really is.
You have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah. We tell you this stuff because we want you to win. If you like this podcast, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, share with your friends, comment below, and let us know what you've seen with this the most, what kind of lists you've seen the most, and how rigid or flexible that you've encountered.
Yeah, what if you find that works?
Yeah, we'd love to know. Also, please subscribe to our newsletters. We love to share good information with you and just dive a little bit deeper in there. So we want you to win. Bye!